Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap coins, check out instantmudcoins.com and use code ZIRK for 20% off. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I want to go over the new title update that at the time of recording this video, the title update has been pushed out, so you guys should have it already updated on your consoles or will be updated as soon as you go to play Madden. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Derek Saff for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below Noti Gang. Now, I will say, this is definitely not the biggest title update we've ever had. This is actually kind of a smaller title update, but there's a decent amount that I actually want to talk about because in my opinion, this is a bad title update. This is a really bad update. So let's go ahead and get right into this title update and we'll talk about what I want to talk about here. You guys can see key highlights, general Mutton franchise, bug fixes, that is normal stuff. You know, there are a lot of bugs in the game. One thing that I think EA definitely needs to fix about bugs currently going on in the game, one big thing, although kind of a smaller thing at the same time in comparison to like gameplay, all the other stuff, is the fact that you literally can't compare players. Like if you go to the auction block, you try to compare players in the auction block. I think every single time that I have tried it, it might work for some of you guys, but every time that I try to compare somebody in the auction block, and especially for you guys, for like the videos and stuff that I do, comparing players, showing off new legends and stuff, I'd like to compare players to my current players, so you can see exactly how they stack up versus some of the best players in the game, and the game crashes. Like, I can't even compare players for you guys. So that absolutely sucks. Hopefully that is a bug that gets fixed pretty soon. Now here we have some gameplay updates. They resolved an issue with player indicator flashing for pass lead abilities, set feet lead, and pass lead elite was not giving consistent feedback when activating. Now the star or X underneath the player will light up appropriately when using these abilities. Now one thing I want to mention about this though, and I've seen it everywhere over on Twitter, I don't use those abilities with the players that I use, but I do know that on the new Derek Carr, people have been complaining and saying that the pass lead elite doesn't actually work on Derek Carr. Like there's been some testing going on, I saw some Twitter clips, and it looks like it actually isn't activating. Like the amount of time that it takes for the ball to get there, everything that pass leader is supposed to do, it's not actually working. And apparently it's also not working on other quarterbacks. I think Rich Gannon is one that I saw people saying doesn't work on him, maybe some other players as well. So not sure what's going on with the abilities, but it doesn't look like they said anything about actually fixing it. But another thing they did fix was address an issue with receivers dropping the ball from late collisions by defenders. This isn't one that I have seen a ton of. I have seen it, but not a ton of. They said in these situations, the receiver would seem to have brought the ball in and secured it, but the late collision from a defender would have the ball awkwardly dribble out of the receiver's hands. We have now made the window for knocking the ball out from a normal collision smaller, so defenders no longer be able to knock the ball out so late. I don't see how that's a bad thing at all. That's a good thing for sure. Now, the next two things I'm about to go over, though, are definitely the most interesting here. So you guys can see fix an issue with defenders in man coverage not reacting appropriately to a receiver on a bubble route and RPO plays, which, to me, okay, good, right? It's good that they did fix it, because if it's supposed to be working, then it should work. But this is a way to get your opponent to get out of man coverage, which we know that man coverage is extremely overpowered. Even with the bench press nerf, there are still a lot of people out here running press man, using bench press on multiple cornerbacks because it is 3 AP, and thank God they nerfed that, but it is still extremely effective. So if you know the plays to run, that may be where the man coverage defender is not exactly going to react, maybe that's a way to get your opponent to get out of man coverage in certain formations, as they would be kind of scared that you'll be going to that specific RPO play on the bubble wrap. So, is what it is there. I think, you know, if it's not working correctly, then it should be fixed, obviously. But, you know, to get people out of man coverage, I would love to see more of that. This next one, though, is really, I just don't understand this one at all. Tuning to increase AI pass rush on all pro and all Madden skill levels. When AI pass rushers win their matchup, they will beat their blocks sooner. Now this one to me really doesn't make any sense. Now, for the majority of my weekend league games, I think a lot of people, I'd say about 60% of the time that I face someone, they're running 3-3-5, okay? Now, in 3-3-5, you have 3 pass rushers, right? It seems to me that with 3 pass rushers, most of the time, for some reason, even though I have, edge protector on 2 of my tackles, and I actually even have post up now as I freed up an ability point, I threw post up on a guard, so that way double teams would be more effective, right? 3 pass rushers seems better than my big nickel scheme where I have 4 pass rushers. It seems like that 3 down lineman is some serious cheese. And I've also faced a lot of people recently, which I'm not sure exactly why this defense has been brought back into the game. People are starting to run it a lot more, where they will literally drop everyone back into coverage and have 1 defensive lineman pass rush, or 2 at max, and still get a ton of pressure on me. Now, if EA played the game, they would know this. I think a lot of you people can agree with me on this as well. The fact that they just made pass rush even better with people still only pass rushing 3 players, and that, as I said, like 60% of my weekly games, people running 3-3-5 with 3 pass rushers here. They just made that defense even better, and it's already so hard to play against with how good press man is. Now you have to deal with press man, your receiver is not getting off the line, and then guess what? Lawrence Taylor, Ricky Jackson, they're about to become your best bud. To me, this absolutely just makes no sense. Now, here's the other issue here, right? We all know this. The run game is very, very good. Now, it seems like with all the patches, all that they did bench, kind of nerf bench press, good to see there. This one specifically, they just made man coverage play better on bubble routes and RPO plays, and also made pass rush even better. They are really trying to make this game more run heavy. And the thing is, run defense is not all that good. Like, pursuit angles are bad, edge defenders are bad against the run, against stretches, and the past couple of weekend leagues, I'd say probably the past 2, I've seen a lot more people running I-form, running stretches, just in general running single back tight, stretch plays, dive plays, stuff like that. With the way that they're doing stuff, guys, this game is really, really becoming more and more like Madden 20, to where they don't want you to pass the ball. It just seems so much more like that. I feel like the beginning of this game was super pass heavy, and I like pass heavy games. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Maybe it's a bit biased of myself to say that, but I definitely liked pass heavy Maddens more. I think it's more fun. Now, with them making this game so much easier for pass defense, obviously everyone is going to start running the ball more, and that's just how it's going to be. Now, you guys can see right here, just an issue with left-handed QB, always running option run plays to the left regardless of the design run direction. Also, you'll notice, guys, in this patch, they didn't do anything to fix the quarterback draw, right? QB draw is definitely ridiculously overpowered. Developer note, we are aware that left-handed QBs are also running the wrong direction on QB power plays, and that fix will be in a future title update. Fix an issue sometimes causing the ball to be incorrectly spotted on the 35-yard line when a kick returner would catch the ball right on the line at the back of the end zone. Added logic for user-controlled ball carriers to be able to trigger fake out using basic ball carrier skill moves on arcade as opposed to only combo moves. MUT updates. Fix an issue on the compare screen showing the default X factor in a player item. Doesn't fix the compare issue, okay. Adjust how solo battle CPU teams are evaluated. And then we also have some franchise updates here. A fixed issue with user playing as a halfback receiving temporary ratings boost for QB related ratings. Some other stuff here for franchise. And then of course we just scroll around here. We have some of the yard updates, stability and reliability improvements, presentation updates, fixed an issue with Oiler uniforms, Raiders updated to grass field, Washington end zones updated, and some other stuff. So yeah. This patch really just seems like, to me, they're trying to make this game more of a run-heavy game, and I'm going to be honest, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let me know down below what you guys think about that, but with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like on the video, and of course, hit that sub button down below. EA, it started off this year, honestly, gameplay was definitely better at the beginning of the year. There was some bug fixes which need to be fixed. They were fixed, but now the game is definitely turning back to Madden 20. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.